Welcome to PVTV International. I'm going to present this week's editions of our news roundup. Cabinet News, NUG Prime Minister calls for unity in resistance against military rule. The current moment is a decisive battle to uproot the military dictatorship, and all revolutionary forces must unite without delay, National Unity Government NUG Prime Minister Kyats said in a cabinet meeting on February 19. For ethnic armed organizations that have been resisting for decades and for revolutionary forces that have fought for democracy and human rights for many years, this time must be seen as the final battle to uproot the regime. We cannot afford delay. We must all push forward together, he said. He warned that if unity is not maintained, the military junta could continue its long-lasting strategy of dividing and weakening revolutionary groups. If we are not united, the military will dismantle each group individually, just as it has in the past. They will use divide and rule tactics to weaken the revolution. We must all struggle together to prevent this from happening again, he added. Kyats acknowledged that as the revolution continues, challenges will increase. He stressed that the enemy is the same military dictatorship that has oppressed democracy activists for decades through various means. While it should not be underestimated, he cautioned against overestimating its strength. NUG Prime Minister urges ministers to dedicate time to key government processes. National Unity Government NUG Prime Minister Kyats has urged relevant ministries to dedicate time and effort to essential government processes. He made the remarks during a meeting of the Central Committee for the Implementations of Interim Local Public Administration on February 27. He emphasized the need for swift implementations of weekly decisions and upcoming action plans, stating that processes requiring ministerial involvement must be prioritized by the relevant ministers. Kyats also noted that as state-level administrative mechanisms develop, the government will no longer need to oversee every township-level issue in detail. Instead, it will focus on setting and overseeing revolutionary-era policies that align with the transition period. NUG pledges continued cooperation with Chin leaders and people for federal democracy. The National Unity Government NUG has reaffirmed its commitment to working alongside Chin ethnic leaders and the Chin people in the pursuit of self-determination, national equality, and the establishment of a new federal democratic union. This message was conveyed in a statement marking the 77th Chin National Day on February 20. The statement honored the sacrifices of Chin national leaders, resistance fighters, and the broader Chin community who have long struggled against military rule, from historical independence movement to the ongoing Spring Revolution. The NUG reiterated its respect for their dedications and emphasized that collaboration with the Chin people remain essential in achieving full self-determination, national equality, and the realization of an inclusive federal democracy. NUG welcomes Chin National Unity Agreement. The National Unity Government NUG has welcomed the agreement between the Chinland Council and the Interim Chin National Consultative Council (ICNCC), expressing its appreciation in a statement on February 27. On February 26, 2025, both Chin political groups reached an understanding aimed at securing the long-term future of the Chin people. The agreement includes the formations of the Chin National Council, which will serve as a representative body for all Chin's community. The NUG lauded this development as a significant step towards national unity. Despite past ideological differences, the two groups engaged in peaceful dialogue to resolve their disagreement. The NUG highlighted this political maturity as a commendable example of democratic practice for all revolutionary forces participating in the Spring Revolution. The statement also underscored the importance of mutual trust, understanding, and the strong unity among revolutionary groups and ethnic communities in the final phase of the revolution to completely dismantle military rule and eradicate dictatorship. Myanmar's UN Envoy stresses safe and dignified Rohingya repatriation. Myanmar's permanent representative to the United Nations, Ambassador Morton, emphasized the importance of ensuring the safe, voluntary, and dignified repatriation of Rohingya refugees as part of a long-term resolution to the crisis. He made this remark on February 28 at the UN headquarters in New York during the first informal discussions on the draft modalities for a high-level international conference on Rohingya Muslims and other minorities in Myanmar. The ambassador stated that achieving peace and stability in Myanmar is a priority for its people, and any sustainable solution to the Rohingya issue and other national challenges must align with the aspirations and interests of Myanmar citizens. He called for effective international collaboration and support to assist in finding lasting solutions that reflect the will of the people. Airstrike and ground attack in Sagaing region kills 11 civilians. On February 25th, an airstrike and ground assault by the terrorist military council targeted the areas of Talma and Nuekui villages in the Moya district of Sagaing region, resulting in the deaths of 11 civilians, including 3 children. Additionally, 11 others were injured and 9 homes were damaged. The Ministry of Human Rights emphasized its commitment to justice, equality, and peace, and vowed to take full responsibility for holding the junta accountable for these violations. Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, over 918 million kyats in humanitarian aid in January. In January, the National Unity Government, Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, reported that more than 918 million kyats, approximately $204,000 were distributed to those in need. The funds were mainly secured from public donations and were used to provide urgent food aid to 102,722 internally displaced persons (IDP) who fled their homes due to the ongoing conflict. The aid also supported 123 citizens who lost their life in combat, 247 others who were injured, civil disobedience movement, CDM workers, and political prisoners and their families. Specifically, the aid included 867.4 million kyats, approximately $192,000 for food assistance to the displaced person, 31.5 million kyats, approximately $7,000 for the emergency humanitarian assistance for those killed or injured in the conflict, 5.4 million kyats, approximately $1,200 for CDM workers, 1.6 million kyats, approximately $355 for political prisoners and their families, 12.4 million kyats, approximately $2,755 in general humanitarian aid. Ministry of Women, Youth and Children Affairs, Octopus People's Welfare Youth Organization celebrates 4th anniversary. On February 28, the Octopus People Welfare Youth Organization, which emerged alongside the Spring Revolution, marked its 4th anniversary. The National Unity Government, Ministry of Women, Youth and Children Affairs sent a congratulatory letter in recognition of the occasions. During the revolutionary period, the youth organization has consistently advocated for youth issue, democracy, and the establishment of a federal union. Their ongoing efforts in promoting people's power and political participations were duly recognized. The organization hopes that its members will continue to serve as positive role models for youth and the nation, contributing to the progress of youth-related and national issues with safety and security. Over the past 4 years, the Octopus People's Welfare Youth Organization has been actively involved in the Spring Revolution, organizing 3 key activities, including 115 instances of guerrilla protests and slogan campaigns, 161 instances of public mobilization in social, economic, and political campaigns, and 7 free educational programs for youth. Military junta launches airstrike after TNLA talks fail, civilians killed and injured. Following the collapse of talks between the TNLA and the military junta in Gumi, Yunnan Province, China, the junta launched airstrike on civilians, neighborhoods, and a hospital in Nangzhou. The airstrike resulted in casualties among local residents. The bombings in the city bus stations area killed 2 civilians and injured 3 others. At the public hospital, 1 local resident was killed and 1 other was injured. On February 6, a bomb attack by the military junta also caused injury to 1 civilian in the B Mountain area of Nangzhou. The TNLA condemned the deliberate targeting of civilians in airstrike, noting that no combat took place between the military and TNLA forces in the area. The statement emphasized the need for the public to take precautions against bombing, stay alert, and follow safety measures for air defense. Junta using old phone numbers, messaging accounts for surveillance and deception. It has been reported that The military junta is utilizing old phone numbers previously used by revolutionary groups, along with Telegram, Signal, and Viber accounts, to conduct surveillance and deceptive activities. The National Unity Government's NUG, Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a warning about the junta's action after learning that old phone numbers and Telegram accounts had been reactivated and were being used to contact people. I was informed by a friend that my old phone number is being used under my name to access a Telegram account. I want to clarify that I'm not using Telegram, and if anyone contacts you using the number mentioned, please be aware that it is not me, Zimao, said the Union Minister. Spokesperson for the Office of the Prime Minister, Unipongle, also received that his old phone number and Viber account have been opened and misused. I was also alerted that my old phone number is being used to open a Viber account. I'm not using any applications with my domestic phone number. The junta is taking advantage of domestic numbers to make calls and use apps for surveillance. People should be cautious when contacted by all domestic numbers, and it is advisable to confirm directly with this person in question, said Unipongle. Military Affairs Summary for the third week of February 2025. In January, the Kachin Independence Army KIA and other revolutionary forces make significant strides in their military operations, capturing key military posts, eliminating enemy soldiers, and seizing weapons. The southern regions of Myanmar, including Bamor and areas in the Bago and Sagaing regions, witnessed fierce confrontations between the military juntas and the revolutionary groups. This attack, which involved strategic operations from various revolutionary factions, resulted in the fatalities of dozens of enemy military personnel and the disruptions of the junta operation. KIA Major's victory in Bamor. The Kachin Independence Army KIA achieved a significant victory in Bamor with the complete takeover of Battalion 236. Over 70 military junta personnel, including officers, were captured in this operation. Additionally, the KIA seized weapons during their successful attack. Following this victory, the KIA continued its operations on the Battalion 21 in the Safai urban welfare in the region. Revolutionary operations in Bago region. In Bago region, 7 junta military camps in the townships of Chaoji, Chowdarga, and Pew were attacked by the People Defense Force (PDF) in collaboration with KIA and other revolutionary groups. The operation involved several revolutionary units, including PDF Battalion 7803, 3503, 3702, 6002, Special Commando Battalion 9914, Drone Unit 1805, and the Spring Warrior Column 7001 and the KNLE Battalion 9. This coordinated attack resulted in significant military clashes, highlighting the strategic executions of military tactics by the revolutionary forces. Revolutionary strikes in Yangon. In Yangon, near Hlaing Township in Yangon, revolutionary forces launched a grenade attack on a military checkpoint. This action, which also attacked military factories and bases, continued to disrupt the junta's control of the area. The persistent strikes signal that the military council was no longer safe even in their own secure zones, forcing them into constant vigilance. Mine attacks and clashes in Sagaing. The Sagaing region witnessed multiple mine attacks on junta military vehicles. 3 military trucks were stuck along the Mongyua Town road, resulting in the deaths of 7 enemy soldiers, according to the PDF Idiot column. Furthermore, 4 military camps in the southern part of Calais were overtaken by combined revolutionary forces. This operation led to the captures of weapons and the bodies of 1,500 soldiers and deserting militiamen, as reported by the CTF KKG. KTV operation in Sagaing. In a notable operation at a KTV in Sagaing, revolutionary forces targeted military personnel who were socializing and consuming alcohol. The attack resulted in the deaths of 1 soldier and the captures of weapons, underscoring the vulnerability of junta military personnel even during the moments of leisure and relaxation. Magwe region attacks and escalation. In Magwe, several successful revolutionary operations were carried out. One notable attack occurred at a military camp in Kamal, where revolutionary forces launched a grenade assault on an enemy scout team living in Park Township. Additionally, a series of clashes in Lingaro village resulted in the deaths of 10 enemy soldiers. Revolutionary forces also managed to hold their positions in Upper Minla Township for 2 days, killing 7 enemy soldiers in the process. 7-day siege in Magway, revolutionary forces continue their offensives in Zimbabwe Township, Magway, holding their ground for 7 days against a series of military assaults. The use of precise mine attacks led to the deaths of 600 military personnel, further illustrating the growing strength of the revolutionary forces. Southern Military Region clashes. In the Southern Military Zone, fortified engagement between the Honduras forces and revolutionary groups were reported, including an attack on the Honduras temporary base in Suedula Monastery in Bazumnyang Village, Nyanglibin Township. The revolutionary forces' ongoing resistance in these regions mark a continued challenges to the military Honduras control. Let's see what do we have for our weekly roundup news in coming weeks. Thanks for watching PVTV International.